Hey guys, I got a lot of unpopular opinions, so I thought it'd be fun to share them off and kind of trigger some people and see what other people think about these. Before we get into this, I just want to remind you guys that I am doing a giveaway of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Check the link down below in the description. Well, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and trigger some people. So speaking of Smash Brothers, Project M is actually probably the best Smash game so far, with Smash 4 right behind it. Melee is actually super shitty to play, and it's not really that fun. It's barely any, there's barely any good legal stages. Like, what the fuck? Why is Pokemon Stadium legal? And the movement in Melee is kind of booty. Okay, don't get me wrong. Watching Melee is super fun. Playing Melee, if you're good at it, is probably super fun. But getting into Melee, it's not really fun. None of the characters really interest me. And having only like 2 characters that are actually viable playing at a top tier level doesn't really seem like it's fun to me. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Zelda. Majora's Mask is 10 times better than Ocarina of Time. Actually, Ocarina of Time really is not that great. The story is kind of bad. In between dungeons when you're Adult Link, Navi's kind of just like, oh yeah, go here, go there. And actually, speaking of Navi, Navi's really not that annoying. If you think about it, she's just trying to help the new players. While there are people who think she's annoying because they've probably beaten the game about 900 times, somebody might not think that she's annoying because she's just, what she's saying is actually useful to the new players. What she's saying to those players who have beaten the game 100 times might not be useful because they already know every little detail of the game, down to the point where they know where every single texture is, and some people can actually beat the game blindfolded. You know, Navi doesn't actually continuously repeat herself like somebody else I know from the Zelda universe. And I think when it comes to Ocarina of Time, it's just a bunch of people that have nostalgia glasses on, and it's really just not as good as everybody thinks. If you take a step back from it and look at it and play through the entire game, taking off those nostalgia glasses, taking away those memories that you had as a little kid, like, you would realize that the story really isn't that great. The beginning of the story is super good. The middle, not so much. The end of it, it's just like, okay, you saved Zelda, good job, that's it. Like, whatever, man. Let's continue a little bit more with Zelda. Here's another one. Skyward Sword is actually one of the best Zelda games. I would actually say it's probably the top 3 best Zelda games of all time. People tend to bitch about the motion controls, but in reality, they're really not bad at all. I would rarely ever have to recalibrate my controller, and I really loved the motion controls. It was super fun, and it was actually accurate. The combat was great because the enemy is actually a block to your attacks, which made you actually think of when and where you're going to strike. It added some sort of strategy to the game. While in every other Zelda game, you just have to wait for them to attack and then you attack, or kind of like in Breath of the Wild, you can literally just mash the B button until you break somebody's block, then continue to mash it and you will defeat the enemy. That's not really that fun to me. I would rather have some more strategic and fun ways to my combat rather than just mashing the B button. Okay, last one about Zelda. So speaking of Breath of the Wild is just, it's simply an okay game. Okay, it's super fun to play, it's super fun to explore, but the story could have been better, to be honest. The story itself is about maybe an hour long, if that. It's kind of weak, and I understand that they wanted to focus on the exploration, but even that was kind of lackluster. Once you put, 60 hours into the game, you've pretty much seen everything and you've collected just about everything. I've put 250 or 60 hours into the game, and within the first 100 hours, I've collected almost everything. And then the following 150 hours, there was maybe a couple items that I didn't previously have. It was kind of lackluster, and a lot of times it was just big open empty fields. Alright, enough about Zelda, let's move on to something else. Pokemon. Oh boy, this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, I think Generation 5 is actually the worst. It had bad starters and bad designs all over, which completely turned me off. And to be honest, that's the only generation that I have not played, nor do I ever even really want to play it. I've heard the story is actually pretty good, but that sucks. The shitty designs really turned me off. And I'm not talking about the graphical you know, the sprite animations. I'm talking about the actual designs of the Pokemon. None of the starters are interesting at all. A lot of the new Pokemon are just completely garbage. Also, the fact that it has probably about 500 legendary Pokemon, like, what the fuck? Why? It really does not make the legendary Pokemon special anymore. Remember when Gen 1 had 5? Or when Gen 2 had 5? Seriously, Gen 5 had 13 legendary Pokemon. What the fuck, guys? Oh yeah, another thing, let's talk about Gen 1ers. If somebody likes only the first generation because that's what they grew up, then so be it. Don't give them shit for it. Everybody has their own opinions. Everyone likes their own different things. It doesn't make sense to me because so many people like Ocarina of Time because of nostalgia. But it's okay to like Ocarina of Time, but people can't like Gen 1 because of nostalgia? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Quit bitching about another Generation 1 remake because it's been almost 15 years since we had one. So shut your damn face, alright? Oh, but it's actually the fact that we're getting a second reboot of Generation 1. Like, why are we getting another one? Bitch, because that's the best generation! No, that's actually, in my opinion, that's actually not the best generation, but it's a good generation, and it's a good generation to bring those casual players in. Like, I've made an entire video on the Pokemon Let's Go thing, so I'm not gonna repeat myself. Just go watch that video. Link is down below. Go watch that now. Mario 64 is better than Mario Odyssey. I actually didn't really care much for playing Odyssey. You know, it was fun. It had a decent story, you know. I can't lie. It definitely had a better story than Mario 64. I will give it that 100%. But it was just too much at times, okay? I felt like it was way too easy. No dying or lives or game overs. I don't know. That kind of turned me off. I get it. You're appealing to a casual audience, but it turned me off. Also, finding a moon within every 3 steps I take, again, that doesn't make the moons feel special at all. Like, nah fam, I remember back when Mario was hard as fuck. Try to figure out Blast Away the Wall without a guide, or trying to get to the top of Tick-Tock Clock. Wow, say that 5 times fast. Jeez, that was really hard to say actually. Without slowing down time. Yeah, that shit was hard as fuck. Mario 64 did not fuck around, my guy. And finally, let's end this with some Nintendo consoles. So this one is, I think, if I haven't triggered you yet, I probably will trigger you right now. So I honestly think the Wii U was better than the Wii and the GameCube. Yeah, I actually just said that. I said the Wii U is actually a good console. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. The Wii had Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, and Brawl. All great games, but that's about it. The GameCube had Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Sunshine, and Melee. Again, that's about it. Now the Wii U not only had the GameCube Zelda games, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, in HD, so both of those games looked better and had more content, but it also had Breath of the Wild, possibly one of the best Zelda games, Smash 4, Mario 3D Maker, yes, Mario 3D World, Mario Maker, Splatoon, Pokken, and Mario Kart 8. Those are all bangers. I liked the Wii U, and like, sure, the gamepad was kind of gross. That boy, that's a thick boy right there, alright? The gamepad is thick, but the marketing was really bad for the Wii U. And it had really solid titles, and I feel like the gamepad could have been way cooler and utilized better, but no one really knew how to develop for it. Honestly, I think that's the same exact thing with the PlayStation 4 controller. PlayStation 4 controller is great, and the touchpad is awesome, but nobody ever uses it because people don't really like know how to use it or like where to use it, and I think that really sucks because it could be a really cool idea. Well, okay guys, I didn't actually mean to trigger a bunch of you, and I can already see people writing comments down below, like disagreeing and yelling at me, but this is just my unpopular opinions on Nintendo things. Again, please just keep in mind, these are all my own opinions. I have no disrespect for you if you disagree at all. If you disagree, actually leave a comment down below and let me know why. I'll probably respond with something as well. Also, some of the games and consoles I may have completely shit on in this game, like, you know, Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, and Ocarina of Time, I do actually still enjoy those titles a lot, and they are actually some of my favorite games of all time. And just because I shit on them and give them a lot of criticism doesn't mean that they're bad games at all. I just don't think that some of these games deserve all the praise that they actually get, but again, that's just my opinion. Anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure you come back to the channel, watch my next iteration of Unpopular Opinions. I'm going to be going over PlayStation, Xbox, PC, the console races, social media, a bunch of other different things. And again, join the Discord if you haven't. So that should be all for me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.